Right. Welcome back everybody. We'll be doing what's your name? Arlecchino story quest. I believe it's somewhere down here. I switched to this team here because my brother said based on graphics I had, that's the best team to fight a boss. Not in
Hey,
co-op.
traveler, Paimon.
Oh, Paimon knows that voice!
Over here.
Yeah, it's Blade from Honkai Star Rail. And for all who you didn't know that Blade voice actor is for English is the same for
To borrow one of the more popular turns of phrase at the
English
moment,
voice actor.
this appears to be quite the fated reunion. Running into you two out of the blue like this has really made my day. I certainly wasn't expecting it.
You can say that again. What brings you to Poisson?
He father.
Wait, Paimon's got it! You must be here for one of your magic shows, right?
No.
Actually, we've run into a bit of trouble on the home front, so Father arranged for us to stay in Poisson for the time being.
Oh, are Lynette and Fremine here too?
Yep, along with most of the other members of the House of the Hearth.
Oh, actually.
You may have noticed Poisson seems a bit more corrupt.
So you're saying nearly the entire organization has moved to Poisson? Sounds like you've run into way more than just a bit of trouble. What's really going on?
Well...
Since the two of you are so curious, perhaps I can fill in the gaps.
Please say make Paimon
You
touch
scared Paimon
yourself.
half to death.
Okay, partly.
Father, you're here.
You know, on second thought, maybe we don't need to know. It's all probably super confidential House of the Heart stuff, right? We totally weren't trying to pry or anything.
No need to be nervous. I could sense your genuine concern from your conversation just now.
Well, her
Of
voice
course,
is so soothing.
I can also understand your confusion.
Just like Kafka.
Sending so many Fatui here to Poisson, it's only natural that some might suspect an ulterior motive to be involved. I understand. I'm well aware you've had your fair share of confrontations with the Fatui in the past, and I can't exactly guarantee that we'll remain on good terms in the future.
Yeah,
As for
we
right
are
now,
in good
however,
terms.
I would say we have little reason to be at odds, wouldn't you agree? The House. As for the issue at
Oh,
hand,
took that
well,
press too much.
it hardly relates to any ulterior motive. To be frank, it all stems from a certain rumor circulating around the House of the Hearth. It's an internal matter.
What sort of?
A rumor that a certain phantom child is hiding away in the House of the Hearth.
A phantom child?
Oh,
Ooh, just
Ghost
hearing
or
the name is
something.
giving Paimon the creeps.
oh, you're not vampire.
A spirit that should have
That'd be
long
nice.
ceased to exist is lurking in the shadows of the
Oh,
House of
it's
the Hearth.
actually spiritual.
So I
ghost.
decided to bring the children to Poisson before continuing to investigate the situation. I expect I should be able to track down the spirit fairly quickly. After that, it's just a matter of resolving the situation, if you will.
Resolve
It shouldn't be
again,
much
codes,
trouble at
wow.
all. If you're curious, or if you still have some concerns, it might be advisable to stick around for a few days. I'm sure the children would be exceedingly pleased to welcome some visitors. Lenny, I'll leave you to entertain our guests. I have some matters to attend to.
Wait, no way,
Of
no way,
course,
stick
Father.
already. Yes. Bye, high heels and stilettos. The crane. Nah, I wasn't intimidated today. My breath was stuck in my throat, yes.
It has
but I
long been
wasn't
a dream
intimidated.
of mine to invite you to our home and introduce you to my other siblings. You're quite well known in the organization already. A lot of people have been talking about you,
because
especially after
not-
everything with the prophecy.
Like if we
If you're willing,
slay a
why
lot
don't you
of
stay
them.
a while and have a little chat with us?
Alright. We don't have anything else to do right now anyway. But let's be clear, we're just gonna be there as guests, okay? Don't get any funny. Oh, wait a second. For your guests, that probably means we'll be treated to lots of yummy food, right?
Of course.
Barely
During our
always
stay in
is.
Poisson, we've been helping out the locals with some fishing. We bring in quite the bounty every day. In fact, today is the perfect chance for me to show you what I can do in the kitchen.
Alright.
Let's go. I'll
Blade.
take you to where we're staying.
Okay, Blade. Yeah. What I kinda find it kinda dumb. Well, not nice that they have all the children as playable characters, but yet only one of the children works decent or okay with Arlecchino, which is Lynette. And all of
We
them
rented this
is
house from one of the locals
mid.
to use as a temporary base. I'll come back later and tidy up a bit. After that, it should be all ready for you to stay in tonight.
Alright.
Awesome, thanks! So,
Well, when I happened to run into you two earlier, I was actually in the middle of distributing some supplies. With this many people staying in Poisson, we have to bring in outside supplies every now and then. I should probably make sure the rest of these provisions get delivered. Otherwise, people might start to get antsy.
okay, we'll come with. There are all sorts of rumors about your organization floating around out there. Paimon's not sure if she could even take a wild guess as to what's true and what's not. But now that we finally have the chance to see a day in the life of the house, we can take a good look at how you operate.
Well, you're more than welcome to come along. Just follow me.
Do. Do. So are we outside? No, it's inside. Do 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 do. This man's
Liddy,
face looks so
finally here.
droopy, but
The
that
supplies.
big smile
I'm
on his
assuming you've...
face.
Brought them with me? Yep, here you go. Hello? Something caught your eye?
Yes.
It's the Traveler in Paimon!
No way!
We're actually that
Come here,
famous.
everyone! Hurry! The Traveler and Paimon are here!
One at a time, please. Don't crowd around them all at once. We don't want to scare off our guests now, do we?
Oh, it's alright! Gotta say, Paimon didn't realize we were this famous. Of course! Father and Linny have told us so much about you.
Father told
Wait,
us
yeah,
about how you
green
helped
and
Linny.
green here.
According to her, you're a trustworthy friend. And as far as she's concerned, that's pretty much the highest compliment we've ever heard her give. As you can imagine, everyone's been very curious about you.
I heard the Traveler is so strong that he can move a mountain with his bare hands.
Hi.
I heard Paimon eats so much that she can clean out the entire pantry at Hotel de Boer in just 3 days. Wait a second! That's the rumor you heard about Paimon? Oh, not cool at all.
Wow, but that's not false.
Oh, wait. When guests visit, you're supposed to give them gifts and stuff, right? Oh, we don't need something like that. Besides, we don't have anything to give to you. Come on, we insist. I can give you some of my new potions. Just pick your poison. And by that, I mean medicine or actual poison. I've got both.
Okay, I like you.
Or maybe Shaplo can teach you guys about stealth. He's super good at it. He's never been caught.
Now that's not a bad idea. I know you usually prefer to fight head-on, but it never hurts to expand your bag of tricks, right? When it comes to eliminating your enemies, staying quiet can go a long way. Trust me, I would know. I was poisoned not too long ago, and I'm still dealing with the after effects. So I'm not quite as good as I was before, but I can still give you some pointers.
Wait, when you said gifts, I didn't think you meant poison and stealth tactics.
How long that
But
time, man?
those are the best things we can give you. You don't like them? Ooh, how about this? Tell me the name of someone who really annoys you, and we'll teach him a lesson for you.
Paimon, please let us jokingly say Paimon. Come on. I wanna
All
make
right,
this the
Fold,
best one.
Selwar.
Right?
I think that's enough suggestions for now. When it comes to being a good host, it's the thought that counts. You
Surely.
don't need a physical gift to make our guests happy. In fact, pestering them with suggestion after suggestion might make them more annoyed than anything.
I want
I
to
would say
book
your
too.
enthusiasm has certainly gotten across.
Really?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we
Awesome!
did get to do
It's
the
been
best
so
answer.
long since we have had guests to play with. If there's anything you need, just let us know.
Okay,
Especially
me
if
the
it's poison
potion.
or something. I've got all sorts of potions for that.
give me the potions.
Well, we'll talk to you all later. We've still got supplies to distribute.
All right, see you later.
Bye! Winnie, about all that poison and stuff tactics talk just now.
They are
Scared you,
assassins,
did
my
it?
guy. No.
That kind of talk comes with being part of the House of the Hearth. When Foltz was really young, he strangled all of his family pets, just out of curiosity. He was labeled a dangerous problem child and was abandoned by his family. Elwar has an unnatural obsession with potions. Father has forbidden her from trying all the different concoctions she comes up with, but she still tries to test them in secret. You really have to keep an eye on that one. Chapeau
Okay,
is
I
around
like
my
him.
age. While I'm mainly responsible for collecting intelligence, he handles surveillance. He's very passionate about his work and has no reservations about taking on some very difficult missions. I know you two probably aren't used to that kind of talk, but I can promise you they only had the best of intentions. Things like stealth tactics and developing different poisons, they really mean a lot to them. They were just trying to share the best of what they could offer. That's all.
Makes sense. But I would be part of the House of the Heart, so I would need all that. No, what else we got?
Supplies are here.
Thanks. And who are these two?
But I know this voice
Outsiders?
actor.
Allow me to introduce you. This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, you're the famous duo I've been hearing so much about. It's
No.
nice to meet you.
We are the
I heard
regular
you've
duo.
traveled to all sorts of places. Is that true?
No, we just travel to your mother's house and
Press
then.
to that.
Oh, good for you.
You must be pretty familiar with Fontaine by now, then. Have you seen the new opera that started running recently? I think it's called... The 4,000 Thieves?
Oh, this is the first we've heard of it.
It seems like it's going to be fantastic. From what I've been able to tell from the posters, anyway. You should definitely check it out if you have the time.
Alright, Jimmy.
And there's the Blind Maiden, too. That one is supposed to have
That
audience
is the
interaction.
ultimate
Seems
move
pretty interesting.
now for me from Rise and Shield Hero. So.
After this mission is over, I think I'll go get a manicure.
Oh, maybe I should dye my hair. Wonder how much it'll cost.
Is it just Paimon, or do these two seem much easier to get along with than the others? Looks like the House of the Hearth has some normal members after all.
Wow.
I heard that.
Oh!
Oops.
I'm guessing you're referring to Foltz and the others? Yeah, we're definitely not all like them.
I bet those crazies are practically foaming at the mouth right now. I'm sure they just can't wait to get back to Snezhnaya to carry out the plan.
That's enough, Filial.
Don't talk about family members behind their back, right?
That's
Whatever.
family.
Let's go.
Guess this is goodbye then. If you ever have some time, we should go see the opera together.
Alright, normal dude.
Well, that's it for the supplies. We should probably head back as well.
Alright, Blade.
Well, they didn't seem too happy with each other. Seems like there could be something more going on here. You're right. We're only here as guests after all. Oh, Linny's getting super far ahead. Come on, let's catch up.
Very far, now that's out of the camera lens. Alright, I gotta jump down.
So, what do you think of the members you've met so far? Well, Father is always encouraging us to be strong-willed and independent. So if there's one thing we've got, it's people who aren't afraid to speak their mind. Well, I should probably get cooking. Wanna join?
No.
Of course!
Then let's head out and... Huh? Fremine? What are you doing here?
Well,
Fremine! Nice to see you again!
you too. I heard you're here as guests of House of the Hearth.
Yes, probably.
Welcome.
We were just going to make some food. Why don't you come along? I could use some help in the kitchen, and I seem to remember you mentioning you wanted to make seafood soup for the traveler in Paimon.
Seafood soup? Oh, Paimon's drooling already.
I don't know what the hell
Were
is
you looking
about.
for something just now, Fremine?
No.
Maybe I can help.
It's nothing. I just wanted to see if there were any extra supplies.
Yeah, we've got some left over. What do you need?
Some food and water. And some clean cloth, if possible.
No problem. Give me a second here. Food, water... Wait a minute. What do you need all of those for? You're not on any missions as far as I'm aware, and you were just going to come eat with us.
The big brother smart.
So what's this all about?
I thought I'd grab an extra portion because I get hungry at night. Could be because I'm growing, you know?
You can't lie though. Dog, you can't lie.
You remember what I told you? You're not like me. Your lying skills still need some work. Tell me what's going on. Is it really bad enough that you have to keep it from your own brother?
Yes.
Maybe it'll be better if we gave them some space.
This is the first time I've seen that kind of look on your face. Whatever happened, does it have something to do with Father?
Yes.
Yes. Just follow me.
No. Let me guess, that's the red-headed girl they had for when the patch opened. Oh, how should I?
You're back! Oh, and you've brought some friends with you this time.
Hello, my name's Linny. I grew up in the House of the Hearth. And you are?
Jessica.
Hi, Linny. I'm also a child of the House of the Hearth, just like you. You can call me Clairvy.
Clairvy.
It's nice to meet you. Does that name ring any bells, Linny?
No.
No, not at all. That's not a name we have on our roster, I'm sure of it. What I'm not sure of, though, is how she managed to sneak in. She must be the phantom child Father's been searching for. From the looks of it, I'm guessing you were the one that found her, Fremine. You,
No, I haven't told anyone. I've just been keeping her hidden.
For how long?
6 months.
About half a month now.
So ever since we got to Poisson, then. Do you have any idea what you're doing?
I know what I'm
Yes.
doing.
Really? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're hiding the very person Father has been trying to find. If Father finds out about this, everyone involved is going to be punished. You know the rules of the house, Fremine. I know you do. Father doesn't tolerate any form of betrayal. So why are you doing this?
I've thought it through, and I just can't hand her over like that. Lenny, don't you remember last year? Sheplo nearly died after getting poisoned during that one mission. He wasn't able to get back before the poison started taking effect, and not a single person was there to help him. That night, while I was sleeping, I heard a voice telling me to go save him. I opened my eyes, but I couldn't find the source of the voice.
Oh, so
I
she
thought
actually asked
maybe I
for
was
a
just
time.
hearing things, but I went to look for him anyway. Luckily, I got there with enough time to save his life. That feeling of being haunted, of hearing voices, it's happened many times in the House of the Hearth. I'm sure you've noticed.
So what you're saying is, that was her? She was the one who spoke to you that night?
Unless there are other spirits roaming around the House of the Hearth, I don't think there's any other possibility. If Clairvy were our enemy, it wouldn't matter whether she was a spirit or an actual child. I would have acted without a second thought, because that's what Father ordered us to do. But she's been living with us, helping us from the shadows all this time. I think
Shadow
that makes her
Master.
family. I couldn't just hand her over to be dealt with. Not when there's so much we still don't know.
So what's your plan then? You can't keep her here forever. Someone is bound to find out eventually.
I haven't thought that far yet.
Come with me. There are a couple things I'd like to say to you in private.
She go and cuss you out. They do stubbornness, but you're still your brother.
Those two sure care a lot about each other. Well, they got a funny way of showing it. From where Paimon was floating, it sure seemed like they were about to bite each other's heads off.
That's
No
brothers.
way. They have a really deep bond. I could tell right away, because I also have a friend like that. I just don't know how long that kind of bond can last. The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
I'm sorry, Lenny.
No, it could be the
I
spirit
really
of
didn't
that
mean to drag
taser
anyone
trailer
else into
they
this.
give.
Oh,
Any
really?
girl had
You
red
didn't
hair.
mean to? Because I, for one, wish you did.
Huh? What do you mean?
You know, when we were younger, you didn't call me Linny. You called me brother, just like Lynette. We grew up together, the three of us. We were all orphans, all rescued by Father. Of all the siblings in the House of the Hearth, I think our bond was the closest. Later on, when you started calling me Linny, I wasn't actually surprised. After all, Lynette and I are related by blood. We've had to depend on each other to survive long before we joined the house.
Lenny,
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened before you and I had ever met. I'm sure that's true for you as well. Even so, Fremine, we've stood by each other for all these years now, and to me, that means more than blood. You and Lynette are the most important people in my life. No one can replace you. So I won't let you face anything alone. Not if I can help it.
Alright.
Oh, looks like things are getting kind of heated between Linny and Fremine.
No.
Maybe we should go check on them. Oh, it's raining. I should put my clothes away.
How you know it's raining, woman? Legitimately, when we are in a cave.
Perry? Huh. Looks like she's not here either. It's time to
Lasagna.
eat.
This makes me feel for a nice lasagna. Yeah, look how big it is. You whole plate, dog. Oh, shut that's up on it. Wait, who's shorter? Yeah, look how nice that is. I can zoom out this way. Bring camera down. Well, as nobody had the tomato slices, so still look juicy.
Hey, you two! Hope we aren't interrupting anything.
Yeah, they
Like
got
a
fight.
or-
Fight. Fight.
Oh, wait
Fight.
a minute, Fremine. You're not crying, are you? Is everything alright?
Fight. Fight. Fight.
Everything's fine.
Fight. Let's see two
Thanks
brothers
for
fight.
asking.
Well, we're all friends here, right? We've been through so much together.
Let's see
so
brothers
if
fight.
there's
It's the
anything we
best
can do
fight
to help,
ever.
just say the word.
It's just a small family dispute. It's not something our guests should trouble themselves with.
I will
In
wait for
fact,
them to say them words.
It might be better if your stay ended here.
Yeah. Back and happening. But I will understand because not everybody is
What are
that
you
type
getting
of
at,
family.
Traveler?
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it?
Well, he's just smart, not foolish person.
I just... Thank you. I was really hoping to keep you out of it. But even if I could think of some other
Why
reason
you
to turn
feel
you
like
away,
she
I'm
gone
not sure I
turn
could
into
convince
someone
you.
or something without zooming?
I know things could turn dangerous, so I promise you this. From now on, I'll protect you like my life depends on it.
No.
Me too.
No.
Well,
No.
back to the matter at hand then.
We will do it.
If we don't plan
No,
on
no,
handing
yeah.
Clairvy over to
Those
Father,
skinny
then our
bone all
only
over
other
the-
option is to solve the mystery of her
Use
identity
a
before
archer and
Father
use
is
a
able to track her
very
down.
slow moving claymore.
That means finding out where she came from and what she's doing here. Then we can send her on her merry way and pretend like none of this ever happened.
I've tried that already.
And
Nope.
And nothing. I tried taking her somewhere really far away, but after some time, she just reappeared. She even came with us all the way to Poisson. It seems like wherever the house is, she follows.
I don't know much about spirits.
Pierre.
Do you two have any ideas?
Pierre is
Let's
Arlecchino.
see here.
Actual name, right?
Oh, Paimon
Pierre
was
is
hearing something like,
Arlecchino.
if you
Original
fulfill a
name,
spirit's
right?
last wish before they die, they'll let go of whatever's keeping them here and
Oh,
return
so
to
now
the
I
Beanlings.
see where's
Oh,
Pierre.
it's just
Okay.
that Paimon doesn't really remember where she heard that, so it's not guaranteed to work or anything.
Well, sounds like it's worth a shot. Guess that means we should go ask her about her wish. But first, Fremine, I need you to promise me something.
What is it?
I need you to promise me that this will stay between the two of us. We're the masterminds behind this whole thing. No one else gets involved. Can you do that for me?
Of course. I promise.
All right. Then let's seal the promise just like when we were kids. Fist bump on 3. Ready? 1, 2,
It's like
3.
kind of cheaper and honestly relevant at the same time. Where did that come from?
Whoa!
Lynette!
Oh yeah, she could turn invisible. I forget that.
What a surprise! What brings you here, dear sister?
That face. That face.
And, when exactly did you get here?
That face is priceless. That face is priceless, dog.
You're an idiot, brother.
Just look at them. He's so.
And you too, Fremine.
That's why I like more than these two and then put together, dog.
You 3, Traveler.
And you 4, Paimon.
Wait, what did we do?
That man, son.
I've
That's
seen Clairvy
priceless.
around the House of the Hearth before. I hadn't seen her in Poisson, so I figured she must not have come with us. But it turns out, you were just hiding her. I heard you talking about your plan. Rather than steering clear of the situation, I'd rather fully join in.
That's simple and so
If you
join
don't
any
agree,
bacchanal.
I'll have no choice but to report everything back to Father. Simple as that.
And she is faster than you told
You're
her put
not
together,
giving us
so.
much wiggle room here, Lynette. Well, I guess we're all in this together then. After we talk to Clairvy, we'll figure out our next move. There's no time to lose. Let's go.
Although I should run the children fighting against father, but I'm not gonna bother to aim with Lenny. Just Lynette, I can evade our shit with Lynette.
Thank you for bringing me this food, you guys.
Yes, I want
She
some of the
said she's
lasagna
full,
too.
but the food doesn't look like it's even been touched.
I gotta keep that image there. Damn man, this thing looks good.
That's right. Based on what I've been able to observe, it doesn't seem like Clairvy can interact with the physical world at all.
Only smells,
Still,
huh?
when she's presented with food, she'll always linger around it for a good little while. Maybe, in her mind, she really is eating those things.
Does she know that she has already passed away?
I've
Yes,
tried
she
to ask her,
died
but
by
she didn't answer. My
Pierre
guess
from
is that she's just
one of
as
the videos,
confused
so.
as we are. Or maybe she couldn't understand the question at all.
Clairvy, if you've got some time, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Sure. Oh, another new friend. Hi, I'm Clairvy.
Hello.
The kitty
Clairvy,
cat.
how did you join the House of the Hearth?
Huh? Isn't it the same for everybody? The knave brings you here and then you can't leave.
It's just that your name, it's not on the roster.
She says so
And I've
casual,
never
yeah.
seen you before.
They brings
The
you
roster?
here and you cannot leave.
Oh, I get it now. I think there might be some things you don't know about this place. The people in charge, they're not as nice as they look. They say
Yeah,
they
that
keep
was
a
some of your
roster,
time.
but it's not complete. There are a lot of people who aren't on it, and never will be. In this house, some people are family, and other people are just test subjects. Those kinds of people aren't ever going to get a place on the roster, unless it's the roster of people who've been executed. Wait, does that mean the knave... She...
No,
Is
it's
there
not
anyone that can
this.
vouch for you?
Perry. She's my best friend. She's the only one I trust in this place.
Have either of you heard of that name before?
No.
Me neither.
Clairvy, Perry. Neither of those names are on the roster. But it seems like she's telling the truth. Either that, or this kid's already got a bag of tricks bigger than mine. Maybe we should try a different approach. Clairvy, do you have a wish?
No,
A wish?
she wished
It can
for
be
2
anything
Kit
you
Kat
want.
cups.
Just imagine. It's your
Let me
birthday,
guess.
you're blowing
To
out
see-
the candles, and your wish
to see Pierre.
is...
To see Pierre again. She wants to see Pierre again.
To go outside. Where the sun can find me. That's... it?
Cute.
Well, that sounds easy enough.
That sounds cute.
The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine.
Okay, time to divide and conquer. Listen up. I've got a plan. I'll try and find a way to use basic illusory magic to take Clairvy outside and bring her somewhere with sunlight. Lynette, try and find the list of executions that Clairvy was talking about and see if her name is on it. Fremine, you stay in Poisson. We can't be the only ones who've had run-ins with Clairvy. I need you to collect intel on everything she's said and done.
Understood.
I'll try my best.
What about us? What should we do?
We go on Twitter, we
I
fingers.
really appreciate your willingness to help, but this is a family matter. I don't want to drag you in too deep. It's too risky. Let me think. Since Father considers you to be guests, maybe you could stick by her side for a little while. You don't need to do anything except keep up some nice, casual conversation.
Ah, Paimon gets it. You want us to distract her.
I'll give you a magic bird. If Father suspects something, all you need to do is release it when she's not looking, and it'll alert me that something's wrong. Of course, that's only as a last resort. If Father doesn't seem to notice us, there's no need to make contact. We'll reconvene here tonight after all's said and done. If the worst-case scenario happens and we're discovered, just tell Father everything. We're not going to let our guests get punished for our own actions. That's where we draw the line. You too. Okay, this is where we part. Father should be at the beach nearby.
Oh yeah, Siberian. The man to kill any cutscene, I
I really
think.
hope this goes well.
Or the child who died
No,
from the cutscene.
it has to go well. That's the only way
Well,
this
from
can
the
get
video on
resolved.
Genshin YouTube channel. There's no need to talk. Come on, really? Return closer. Yeah, oh yeah, let's go closer. Jump. 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 Run with the chicken leg. Da da da. Oh, good child. The worst for two we haven't just. Oh yeah. I don't want to check to see if they actually do. The worst for two we haven't child.
It's the knave and child. Hey, aren't you supposed to be in Snezhnaya recuperating? What are you still doing in Fontaine?
You come to
Oh,
do
it's you
the
two.
chicken bottom.
I didn't expect to run into you here. I was unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the Primordial Sea. After I woke up, I realized I was being taken back to Snezhnaya, and well, I couldn't have that now, could I? Not when I've still got unfinished business here in Fontaine.
Like what?
So, I mustered up all my strength and made the journey back on my own.
What sort of unfinished business are we talking here?
It has to do with Skirk, my master. I really wanted to meet up with her, but by the time I got back, she had already left. I still have so many questions for her. Without any other leads, all I could do was ask the knave to help me track her down. She must have left behind some traces from her time in Fontaine.
Oh, okay, so have you found any clues?
Nope.
Unfortunately, no. While the House of the Hearth is adept at collecting all manner of intelligence, certain existences can still manage to escape our purview.
Basically, unless Master feels there's a need to meet with me, she's not going to be found. But that problem has an easy fix. I just need to become stronger, and then...
Paimon thinks you should focus on getting better first.
Yep.
The worst of it is over.
Shabala.
It's all thanks to that one kid from the House of the Hearth. Elwar, I think her name was. She gave me a bunch of random potions to drink. They didn't go down easy, let me tell you. Pain and chills all over. But they really did help speed up my recovery. And that's good, because it looks like I really do have to head back this time. The old man's been putting the pressure on me. He sent someone to tell me I'm needed for some sort of project.
Project Stuja?
Yeah, that's the one. I heard Regrator's involved too. I'm not looking forward to having to listen to all his monologuing, that's for sure.
Oh, I'm the one who looks
Maybe
like
you could think of a way for me to
Bison.
stay in Fontaine for a little longer. Helping Linny and the others brush up on their fighting skills would be far more interesting. If you and I could spar, that would be even better. I've been waiting
That's
for a
the
chance to
only
see you
thing
go all out.
I like about Child.
And what a sweet
Both of
little
us had the
daydream
want
that
to
is.
spar with people.
But I also have a role to play in all this. I'll be leaving Fontaine shortly as well. Besides, considering how little they see fit to step outside the homeland, being called on to return to Snezhnaya by such illustrious dignitaries, what a great honor. Wouldn't you agree?
Wow.
One I could do without, I'd say.
Is it just Paimon? Or does it kind of seem like they're...
Uh-huh.
So, dear guests of the House of the Hearth, to what do I owe the visit?
I want to ask you
Well,
out.
we just... Right! We're super close to Linny and the others, but we still don't know much about you!
Not much. Nothing except
Is
for
that so?
your basic
Introductions have
backstory.
already been made, have they not?
Uh-huh.
Well, you see? There's only so much you can learn about someone from a short introduction. At least tell us something a little extra, like... Why do you call yourself father?
Huh, good question. I'd also like to know.
The fact that you have to ask tells me our intelligence work has been quite successful. Telling you the answer to that question would only serve to undermine that success. And we can't have that. Now can we?
Thanks for the follow.
Spoken like a true
This
diplomat.
man.
That was some expert sidestepping right there.
Well, if there's nothing else, I think I'll take my leave. I still have a small matter to resolve at home.
Wait, don't go!
Uh-huh. How about we gonna play this? Uh-huh.
I'd also like to hear the answer to this. I've met some of the members of your organization, and they all seemed like really good kids. They actually reminded me of Tonya and Tusser.
Your brother and
Which,
sister.
by the way, if you ever betray them, I'm just letting you know, I won't let you off easy.
And why would I betray them?
Well, you've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you? At least, that's what I heard.
Hey. We're gonna fight.
Okay, I admit. That's just what the old man told me. The rooster, I mean.
Wait, the roosters that old? Alright.
Wait, did you really do something bad to those kids?
No.
Never mind what I've done. I'm more curious as to what the mighty rooster had to say. Care to enlighten me?
Ah, well, nothing much. Just some stuff about you taking out many other members of the House of the Hearth, and even going so far to attack your own family.
I see.
Yeah, he twisted it.
Based on your
He
reaction,
just killed. She
I'm
just
guessing it's all a bunch of lies.
killed the old
Hardly. I don't
father or
appreciate his
mother.
particular turns of phrase, but I suppose he didn't say
took
anything
control and
untrue.
changed things up.
Although it would be more accurate to say that there is a certain level of prejudice involved. But I don't intend to clear that up just yet. Prejudice has a funny way of concealing the real truth behind certain things, an attribute that I find to be quite advantageous. Call yourself a Fontanian, for example, and people will assume all sorts of things, when the real truth is that this is simply the land where I was raised.
Huh? You're not actually from Fontaine?
No.
But then why did you try to help out with the prophecy and everything?
I was
Because she
trying
was
to protect
raised.
the children born in Fontaine. Claiming that I myself was a Fontanian simply made it easier to operate. People would hardly suspect a fellow Fontanian of having any ulterior motives. Who
True.
wouldn't want to save their homeland after all? The primordial sea wouldn't have any effect on me, but it would have caused great harm to the House of the Hearth. Well, you wanted extra information, didn't you? There you go.
She is.
I hope that
she is right to
satisfied
that
your
one.
curiosity.
She didn't betray, she just killed the damn thing.
So, you stayed in Fontaine for the kids. I guess I was wrong to believe you'd betray them. Apologies. Looks like I was holding on to some prejudices myself.
Good. Like I said, I like it when others have misconceptions of me.
Actually, while I was recuperating at the House of the Hearth, there was something else that really caught my attention. I heard that members always resolve disputes and arguments with a friendly spar, and the loser has to back down. Seems pretty cool if you
That's
ask
nice.
me. Would also give them plenty of opportunities to hone their skills.
Well, that's only a recent development. In the past, such spars weren't nearly so friendly. The
Yes,
losing party
when
would
you
lose everything,
wasn't
including their life.
They were that high stakes? Whew, at least that's not a thing anymore.
Well, the
Yeah,
current
she
atmosphere
changes.
is not half bad. I'm a bit jealous, actually. You've got so many family members around you, and you even get to live with them.
Having a lot of family around means dealing with a considerable amount of bickering and scheming. Once Tonya and Tusser enter their rebellious phase, I'm sure you'll understand. Just imagine. Tusser becomes obsessed with plucking out strands from the rooster's mustache, or Tonya decides to dye her hair 42 different colors.
Okay, 42 different colors. That is too
Okay.
much.
I get the picture.
That is too much. Dye your hair 42 different colors. Name 42 different colors at first. Yeah, you're surely crazy if you dye your hair 42 different colors.
Well, would you look at the time? I should probably get going. Traveler, climb on. I'm not sure where our paths will cross next, but the next time we run into each other, we should definitely try and find some time to spar.
Again, maybe this is a conversation we can have when you look less like you're gonna kill over.
All right. Well,
I work
thanks for
best
everything,
with
Arlecchino.
adrenaline.
No thanks necessary. You also played a part in obtaining the Gnosis. I would say we can call ourselves even.
Even Steven.
I like the sound of that. Well, I'm off. See you all some other time.
We should probably get going too. Do you want to head back with us?
No.
Oh? You want me to leave so soon?
Oh,
I'm
Hi,
rather
Mom,
enjoying
too.
the evening breeze. If you don't mind, I think I'll stick around for a bit. Apologies for not attending to you like a proper host. Please forgive this slight. I do hope you'll have a pleasant stay.
Oh, swan, right. That's the animal she looks like.
we managed to keep her distracted until nightfall. Good thing Child was there to keep the conversation going. You don't think...
Oh? You decided to stay a little longer? Let's take in the ocean view together, then.
Alright. Damn, you're a tall woman.
Oh, I wonder if Liddy ran into any issues. Let's hurry back and see how everything went.
You just as tall as the girl is, I know obviously Zhang gonna be taller, but why you need that? No, he's naturally bad. No, I never noticed that. Give me a Mara. And he said no. Alright, let's go back now. What does the little children need now? I feel she already knows and just wants to see how the children handle it. Well, we will see soon. Badum 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 bum badum 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 bum bum badum 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 bum bum badum 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 bum bum badum badum bum bum. Hey, airdrop.
Lenny, how did everything go?
All right.
Well, long story short, we ran into a small issue. Clairvy can't go into the sunlight.
Oh. Oh, maybe go straight and stuff.
Everything was fine at first. She followed me up to the surface just like I told her. But as I led her out of the shadows and into the sunlight, she vanished. I turned around and there she was, standing at the edge of the shadows, silently watching me.
Huh. Maybe she's afraid of sunlight, or... No, it wouldn't be her wish if that were the case. Well, we could always try pushing her into it.
Sure, push her.
Oh, true.
I've pretty much tried it all already. Nothing worked. Eventually, the sun went down, so all I could do was bring her back here. How did it go with you, Lynette?
Good. I've got the list. It's right here.
Really? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's take a look! Oh,
Okay,
that's a
the sun
lot of
has some.
pages. Oh, it's gonna take forever to get through it all.
We can each take a section. Here.
La Pouillade, L'Endroit, Chambert, or...
Oh, we all going to say French names. Right.
Oh, yikes. That our rare guy has a huge scar on his face. He's kinda giving Pipe on the...
Ah, I've met him before. The scar is from an injury he received during a mission. I still remember him joking with me about it. He said any future lover would take one look at him and then lose all interest.
Did he say anything else?
Nope.
Well, I asked if there was someone he was interested in. He said no, and that's where our conversation ended. It was only later that I learned he really did have someone he liked. He risked everything to escape so he could be with her, but it didn't work. One day, Father asked to see him, and, well, I never saw him again after that.
Wait, so that means the knave, she...
No.
It may seem cruel, but it's just one of the rules of the house. Betrayal is not to be taken lightly. We know too many secrets to come and go as we please. So, if you do try to leave, you pay with your life.
No, you're a fighter. I feel you like that.
Her name's not here, huh? Well, that's not too surprising. It doesn't seem like this list is complete. It only contains records dating back around 5 years. Let's shift our attention then. Fremine, were you able to find anything out?
Nope.
Fremine.
Sorry. I was thinking about something. I managed to talk to quite a few people, But I couldn't help but notice that the atmosphere in the house was a little... strange.
Strange.
Yeah, I mean, I know there have been arguments in the past, times when people haven't gotten along. Chaplot and Filial are a good example of that.
Oh, those are two of the people that we met while delivering supplies. Paimon can see how they might not get along. They had very different vibes, and their, interests seem to be pretty different as well.
That's to be expected, actually. Father brought us all here, shared her knowledge with us, taught us how to fight. That's one thing we all share. But that's also where the similarities end. Not all of us feel the same desire to stay here. As members of the House of the Hearth, we're also considered part of the Fatui. And to a lot of people, that's an identity they never asked for. Certain members get older and realize they want something else for themselves. But considering the rules of the House, most people would never say that out loud. People like Chaplot and Foltz are loyal to Father and her vision. They're proud to be part of the Fatui. Filial and Nantoy, on the other hand, well, they aren't quite as enthusiastic.
These kinds of conflicts have always been there. It's not like Father is in the dark about any of this.
Well, that's true. But it just feels like things have gotten worse lately. Filial and the others, it seemed like they were meeting in secret to talk about something. I can't say for sure, but I think they've met Clairvy.
You
Well, I
think
think
she's
so.
been inciting them to act out?
No, not exactly. But I wouldn't be surprised if she said something to them about the darkness in the house and how deep it runs. She's told me about it before. Experiments being run on children. People being used as pawns on the battlefield without so much as the strength to survive.
And they just believed all that? Without any evidence?
Clairvy's words probably gave them the excuse they were looking for. Whether they actually believe them to be true is secondary.
This is all because of Project Stuja, isn't it?
Whoa. Hold on a second. What's this Project Stuja all about, huh? This is the second time it's come up now.
Sorry, but I'm not sure of the details either. I only know what Father has told us, which is that it's something the Rooster and Regrader have been working on together. Apparently, it has to do with the Fatui's strategic plan for the future. Because the House of the Hearth was so successful in obtaining the Gnosis, we now have the honor of playing a key role in Project Stuja.
Wait, but isn't that a good thing?
Key role is just another way of saying dangerous role. To us, the whole thing is an inconvenience. Father thinks so too, but she's in no position to refuse. Their plan isn't exactly unreasonable, and they've been funneling the house a lot of funding. It's just that we'll lose a lot of members in the process. Participating in the plan, it's an honor in name only. What they're really trying to do is subdue us. The existence of an intelligence organization outside their control makes them feel uneasy.
Makes sense.
Okay, super complicated top secret Fatui business aside, what does all of this have to do with the conflicts you were talking about earlier? Paimon doesn't get the connection.
External
what's
pressure
the
has a
deal?
way of exacerbating internal strife. You can't overlook the power of fear either. People are afraid of dying, and that fear is often the impetus for a lot of stupid decisions. I thought
makes
resolving the Clairvy situation would make everything go back to normal. But
So,
it looks like things are more complicated than I thought. If we leave Filial and the others to their own devices, sooner or later, Father will be forced to take action.
We can only focus on one situation at a time, brother.
You're right. Even if we confront Filial and the others, it won't do any good. It might even make matters worse. We should focus on Clairvy for now. Well, it's getting late. We should head back and get some rest. We'll try again first thing tomorrow.
Alright, Jimmy.
Lynette, you stick with me this time. Fremine, keep a close eye on Filial and the others. Make sure they don't do anything they'll regret. Good work today, everyone. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Alright, Jimmy. So let me guess to go into the quote-unquote bunker sleep thing. Yeah.
I'm always looking forward to an early night, but she can't sleep at all. Hey, you don't think the knave will be too angry with Linny and everyone if she finds out about all this, do you? She's even scary when she smiles. If she were to actually get angry... You have to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler?
No. I will let you be cooked alive. A nice, roasted
Trustees
laugh
effort,
about
Traveler.
I think we'll eat it for her.
Look over there!
Clairvy and
Quick, let's catch up with her before anyone sees!
why? Let's... I got teleport because I'm gonna try to dance on them boards. Well, bridges.
Over there!
Hello. Real slaughter. I'm not going on sprint. Not going on sprinters. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna sprint.
Oh, where is she going? Oh, if someone sees her, we're toast!
Jump. 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 Jump.
Oh, look! She stopped!
Right. What is Chica? Oh, she like any moon?
Clairvy! Shh! I opened the window while no one was looking. Look how pretty the outside is. If only I could have more than this.
Oh, poor
You
Clairvy.
probably think I'm being silly, huh? All
Nope.
this hopeless resisting. It's better to dream of what I could have than try to make it a reality, right? Please, help us get on the same page here, Clary. We need you to tell us what you know. Can you do that?
No.
Sure. Although, after you hear all this, I think you might regret that decision.
Nope.
Everyone in this family is nothing more than a tool. Something to be used and exploited. We're all expendable, including me. As long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value, and you're handed over to the doctor, experimented on,
Ah, shit.
and given a fate worse than death. I've seen it happen again and again, and I've had enough.
Yeah.
You're saying the knave did all that?
No.
It's just, that doesn't seem like something she would do. She's scary and all, but it seems like even she has lines she wouldn't cross. I knew you wouldn't believe me. Everyone thinks she's a good person. They all think of her like a real mother. Mother?
No, I want to get it done.
But she doesn't deserve that title. She's disgraced it and tarnished it. And if I
That
had
is why.
things my way, I'd never see her again. If only Perry were here, she'd understand. Perry? There's that name again. Also, Paimon's getting a strange feeling. It almost feels like she's not really here with us. Paimon can't tell if she's actually talking to us or if she's mistaken us for someone else. Well, in any case, it seems like she really needs someone to talk to. We should keep her company for a little longer. She looks so young, but it seems like she's been through a lot. It's getting windy. I should close the window. Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty?
Yes.
Hey, wanna hear a secret?
Very friend.
I heard that if you look up at the night sky in Snezhnaya, you can see the aurora. It's supposed to be super pretty. Even prettier than the moon tonight. Perry and I promised each other that once we're older, we're gonna go see it together. But I can't find her. I'm worried she's also been... No, that wouldn't happen to her. She's special. Mother likes her a lot. I should really go talk to Mother, but we just fought. She doesn't want to see me, and I'm too scared to face her. What should I do?
Nothing.
Paimon really doesn't understand what's going on with her. Well, let's head back. We've got an early morning tomorrow.
Alright, now what we're gonna do now.
Alright, looks like we're all here. Let's go ahead with the plan.
Oh? What is it?
What makes you ask that?
Well, we kinda ran into Clairview last night, and that's what she told us. We met the doctor back in Sumeru. He's super dangerous, and he's done all sorts of bad things.
It's possible that Father and the Doctor have had certain dealings, but I don't think Father would work with him. We're not really on the same side, so there's not a lot of trust between them. That doesn't exactly set the stage for a successful partnership. I did hear, though, that when Father first became a Harbinger, the Doctor offered to work with the House of the Hearth. Father rejected most of his proposals, except for one. It had to do with some sort of secret experiment.
Secret experiment? Could that be what Clairview was talking about?
Nope.
I don't think so.
I don't know any details about the experiment itself, but I do know it's an entirely independent operation. The Doctor only proposed a direction for the research. That was the extent of his involvement. I still don't think that counts as working together. The details
yeah,
of the
what point
experiment are confidential, but complete records are kept on all participants. That doesn't seem to be the case with the situation Clairview referred to. I know you don't agree with some of the Fatui's methods, and I'm not asking you to. But I am asking you to trust us on this. The House of the Hearth has its own principles. There are certain lines we're not willing to cross.
Alright, that's good to hear at least. Clairview seems to think the Knave and the Doctor worked together to do something horrible. If that turned out to be true, Paimon doesn't know how he would even face you guys. It's just that it doesn't seem like Clairview is lying either.
So who do you believe then?
The easiest thing to do would be just ask the Knave directly, but Paimon doesn't think she'd tell us.
Father didn't come back last night. She's probably still near the shore. We'll be counting on you to distract her. Lynette, you're with me. Fremine, you know what to do. Be on your guard, everyone. All right, let's get to it.
All right, landing. I got on flat cross, it's kind of high. There was 72 centimeters. Oh yeah, this is good. Let's see how much faster it is though. Yeah, we are traveling faster, so yeah. This one is the better one. Dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. And smackdown.
Ah, it's you two again. I must say, you look a bit pale. Did you have trouble sleeping last night?
Yes.
A little.
Perhaps if you had less on your mind, you'd be able to absolve yourself of such troubles. So what are you planning to do now? Catch up on some sleep? Or should I give you some time to rack your brain for a topic to discuss before I ask any questions? Although I must profess to being curious. Without child here, how do you plan on distracting me?
Thank you.
Us? Distract you? A good one. But no, we were just here for a chat.
Yeah.
Looks like you could have used some extra time to think. No matter. If you don't have any other plans, why don't you accompany me somewhere? Don't worry. I'll be sure to steer clear of any scheming children.
The ocean breeze is sure nice today.
Why would they kind of like
Children always
push
think they can hide things from the grown-ups. But nothing gets past me. Least of all a little scheming. I think I'll let them have at it for a little longer. I can be very patient. Well, I'll leave you to think things over. If you're so inclined, meet me outside the Palais Mermonia. Good things come to children who do as they're told. So I do hope you decide to tag along.
But I
If
like
only
how
for your friends' sakes.
she does say that so casually. Good children do as they're
What should we
told.
do?
Be a good child.
She clearly knows about everything we've been doing, and Paimon doesn't think it'd be a stretch to say she was threatening us just now.
Now, what's the problem with her threatening us?
Oh, good idea. Hopefully he sees it in time. Well, we should probably head to the Palais Mermonia. Paimon doesn't want to find out what happens if we don't show up. Based on what the knave was saying just now, it sure didn't seem like it'd be anything good. Okay, then we probably shouldn't keep her waiting. It seems like Linny and the others are on thin ice, so let's do our best to not get them in any more trouble.
Surely we won't make that happen. Oh yeah, the press the I button. Hey, what are we doing with the net?
Seeing as we still have some time before my meeting, we might as well enjoy some pleasant conversation while we wait. I'm glad to see you get along with my children. Being surrounded by good companions is necessary for a child's development.
You're not planning on doing anything to them, are you?
No.
I assume you're referring to Lenny, Lynette, and Fremine. Although, there's that situation with Filial and Nentoy as well. It appears quite a few people have been acting out lately. No matter. I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray the house meet the same fate. There are no exceptions.
Discriminate.
Does that mean you're going to kill them?
No!
Oh,
Fuck you, Paimon.
are you here to beg for their lives? I'm
She
sorry to
may
disappoint, but the
acting,
rules of
but
the
she
house
isn't.
change for no one. In my organization, everyone is responsible for their own actions.
But don't you care about them at all? They really respect you. They even call you father. You must feel something for them.
Any organization in which feelings come before principles is one destined for ruin. The House of the Hearth is hardly an exception. You could say our principles are more stringent than most. Perhaps I can offer you this consolation at least. As our guests, you two will not be held accountable along with them.
Alright, respect that.
I would imagine Linny, Lynette, and Fremine will be able to keep their lives. As for Filion and Toy and the others, I'm afraid there's little I can do. They can try to escape, but once you know our secrets, there's no getting out alive.
But that's awful.
Ah, you seem concerned. Out of
Look at the
consideration
timer.
for my guests, I suppose I could turn a blind eye for a little longer. If Linny and the others manage to dispose of Claire V in the meantime, all evidence of their wrongdoing will be lost. In that case, I could hardly punish them for something I couldn't prove. If their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held accountable. And the punishment will be severe. Of course. Oh, and here. I believe this belongs to you. Do try and keep better track of it next time. It takes a considerable amount of time to train a bird like this. It would be such a pity if you were to lose it. Permanently.
Wait, where did you get that?
I know that one. I wanna
Well,
go off.
I'm afraid that's all the time we have to chat. Now, for the matter at hand. I asked you to meet me here because I have business at the Palais Mermonia. It has nothing to do with you, but I think it would be prudent for you to stick by my side for the time being. There will always be time later to run off and tell Linny what you've learned.
Alright.
Time to go. Looks like we
Arlecchino.
wrapped things up just in time.
Well, Pierre. For real, after walking, can just take one. Please don't be that bright. Please don't be that bright. Please. Fuck, still right. Yeah, I know where I'm going. I don't need to bother to go. Then take a left, right. Dragon Toad.
It's been a while, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Miss on your fella.
I must say, I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly. The Palais Mermonia operates with an efficiency worthy of admiration.
It is only right that an esteemed diplomat such as yourself should be afforded the proper level of respect. Although, if I may speak plainly, I must confess that I did not anticipate we would have the occasion to meet again after presenting you with the Gnosis.
Yes.
I see you brought the Traveler and Paimon with you
Dragon
as
Boy,
well.
or should I say
If I may
Supuna?
inquire as to the
Yes,
purpose of your
same
visit.
English voice.
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. There is, however, an outstanding matter that I would like to see resolved before I go.
Wham.
It requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this proposal. Please review it at your leisure, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Monsieur Neuvillette. Damn. Also dominant.
I
Yet
understand your
silent.
request. However, at the risk of causing offense, I must admit that I fail to see why you would wish for such a thing.
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Nervalet. So allow me to use water as an analogy. A family is like a large body of water with countless rivers flowing in and out. As someone who watches over this system, I would hope that each river that flows from the source will eventually reach the ocean. Of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible. Most of the rivers will dry up along the way, disappearing into the ground and leaving nothing but a barren riverbed behind. Not all rivers are destined to reach the ocean, but I would not
She
see
breathes
their
so
existence
slower
rendered
than
meaningless.
Novelas.
I believe the water that flows within them is simply meant for a different destination, like a field in need of irrigation. Or perhaps the glass of a certain water-tasting enthusiast.
Did you get any of that, Traveler?
Yeah, kind of.
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed. Allow me to remind you, however, few among us are willing to sip from a glass filled with tainted water.
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry. I'll make sure it's strained of all impurities and returned to its cleanest form.
I seem to recall there being a transactional aspect to your proposal. Perhaps you could expound on that?
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Nevelet, I will gradually withdraw my forces from Fontaine. And, unless absolutely necessary, I will no longer carry out any special missions within Fontaine.
Alright.
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar to the Tartuffe assassination will cease to cross my desk?
Tartuffe? Ah, that thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean? My deepest condolences to his family, but without any evidence, I cannot imagine how the House of the Hearth might have been involved in his passing.
The thing is how
Of course,
casual
if you
it is.
accept
And
my
you must
proposal,
find as it
Monsieur
is too,
Nevelet,
dog.
I'm sure certain measures could be taken to reduce the frequency of such troubles.
You
It's
choose your
bad
words
talking them
carefully
at the same
indeed.
time too.
In that case, I am inclined to accept your proposal.
My thanks for your generosity, Monsieur Nevelet. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy.
Where's
I
the
do hope
best
I get the
favorite?
chance to hear your
His most favorite
impressions.
water.
Perhaps at our next meeting, yes?
Indeed. I trust you would not overlook your commitment in the meantime.
All right, Traveler Paimon. Time to go.
Do. Okay, that's teleport. Yeah, that teleport is actually. I'm a sinus irritator, man. Annoying, isn't it? Voodoo.
So, what exactly were you talking about back there?
Chicken wing.
Paimon only heard you mention some rivers, a large body of water, and then some kind of irrigation scheme.
She want to make sure her children have a
You
place
really
to
want
go
to know?
after.
I would imagine there might be more pressing concerns at the moment.
Winnie, Paimon really hopes everything's going okay. Oh, Paimon recognizes that look. You've got your thinking cap on, don't you, Traveler?
No. Lunch.
Oh,
Oh, shoot. Are you alright? Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry.
Where how
I
he
was so
fall
focused
along?
on selling these papers, I wasn't looking where I was going. Well, let me make it up to you at least. Here, take this paper. On the house.
Where to nurse, man?
Oh, you don't have to give us anything.
Please, I want to. It's not like I'm short on supply. All the extras will be useless come tomorrow anyway. It's my fault, really. I was just trying to bring home some extra mora for the family, but I bit off more than I can chew. I haven't had many takers today, so I'm still swimming in papers.
What's going on here?
Nothing much. I just ran into your friend here on accident. I should probably get going, actually, so...
Hold on.
Yeah. He is one
Of
of
course,
them.
I'm happy to compensate you with mora, it's just... I don't have any on me at the moment.
I'll take 3 papers. Here. Your payment.
Oh! Thank you for your patronage. May the Archons bless you with good fortune. If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should probably just take on a smaller inventory though, right? I'm getting married soon, so sometimes it's hard to not get ahead of myself. Anyway, I should head out. Goodbye!
Jimmy.
Well, now that my affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson. We've even acquired some light reading to enjoy along the way.
Alright, chica.
Actually, why don't we stick around for a little longer? Paimon just realized how hungry she is. She can't
Paimon,
head back
hush
to
your mouth.
Poisson.
Paimon.
It appears you two are under the impression that delaying our return will somehow alter the situation in your favor.
No,
I'm
it will
sorry to
not.
ruin your fantasy, but your efforts are meaningless.
Thank
That being
you.
said, I could be persuaded to give Linny some extra time. I just have one condition. If you agree to my request, I'll even answer some of your questions. You're quite curious about Claire V, are you not? And my relationship to her.
Wait, why are you being so generous all of a sudden?
Oh,
You're
like
not
kind
gonna
of
ask us to do
obvious.
something bad, are you?
No, it's obvious.
You overestimate yourself. You don't have the talent for bad things.
Then what can you possibly...
Come
The
on,
most
take
important
me in.
consideration in a negotiation is that both sides receive something they want. Demands and threats only get you so far. Wonderful. Here it is.
Why does the mental lip so much, right?
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
Okay, sounds normal enough. But what do you mean, when the time comes? When is that supposed to be?
That is for you to decide.
The cutscene they show on the Twitter.
Then we have a deal. Follow me.
Alright, X. So, X. Oh. Okay, we start now. Okay. We got to the fight now. We are going to do the fight. It's just kind of irritating that the only way for them quiet at the bottom of the hill. So, ultimately, I just have to run across. And I will chill camp here. Let's see, does it have... We'll go this way. Oh no, I rated 30s. Let's say, where do we see it have to go with it? Yeah, the fights here. Oh, that one went. Let's see how much time there are to do this fight. I run in two
What is this
Archons,
place?
Archon Familiar. I'm
Somewhere
a
long
first
forgotten
5
by
star.
everyone. It used to be
Yeah,
a
that's where you
grand building.
first
Now it's nothing more
fought
than a
the
pile of rubble.
and killed the old
No one comes here anymore. Nor does anyone care about
mother.
what once happened here. Although,
Only you do.
this place does have something to do with the story I'm about to tell you. It was before I became a Harbinger, and before Linny and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to certain events, I first killed Clairvy and then her mother. And this is where it all happened.
We got
You
any
were the one that
cutscene
killed
or no?
Clairvy?
She did one too. She
Patience
had
now.
two.
Allow me to explain Clairvy's side of the story first.
Cutscene or no
I'll
cutscene?
start from the beginning. Clairvy was 6 years old when she was brought by her mother, Crucibina, to live in the House
Yeah,
of the
this
Hearth.
bitch.
From the outside, it seemed like a fairy tale. A thriving family made up of kind adults and friendly children. Crucibina was the knave at that time, and the House of the Hearth was under her control. She was Clairvy's mother by blood, but she was also the mother to all the children in the house.
Wait, she was her
Clairvy
mother by
was
blood? Oh
happy
gosh,
here
okay, I even hear there's
for a
one
time.
more dog.
But she quickly realized that being part of this family wasn't a fairy tale at all. It was a kind of purgatory.
Purgatory?
Exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Tevat. But as for how to raise them, that depends entirely on the person in charge. Crucibina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight, force them to duel each other, and then crown as the king of the house the child who proved themselves most worthy of inheriting her title. It's difficult to estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process. There's little I can say about the ones who died. The ones that emerged with permanent injuries, on the other hand, well, they still served a purpose. They would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented on, or sent away on dangerous missions. Nothing more than tools to be used and then discarded.
So those were the experiments Clairvy was talking about. But what actually happened to her? You said that Clairvy was
She
Crucibina's
died.
daughter, so if Clairvy tried to convince her to stop what she was doing,
No.
Crucibina probably would have
No,
listened,
she
right?
is a bitch. And
Despite being Clairvy's
friends.
mother, Crucibina cared little for her daughter. She forced Clairvy to join the House of the Hearth only as a means to demonstrate her own impartiality as a mother, to prove that she treated all her children equally. Clairvy did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail. After her efforts failed, the only other option was to rise up and try to fight back. Unfortunately, the other children had already been thoroughly indoctrinated into the illusion of happiness Crucibina had created. Of course, there was one exception. Someone Clairvy's age, who knew the truth about the House of the Hearth. Her name was Peruere.
I like Pierre more.
Wait, the friend that Clairvy mentioned?
Friend, huh? I suppose we can call her that for now. Clairvy was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious spirit. Peruere, on the other hand, was rather cold-blooded. Her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade. Yet, it was also this cold-bloodedness that prevented her from acting against it. At least at first. While Clairvy longed for freedom, Peruere was convinced that, amid all the fighting and violence, she would make it until the end. Despite their differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. Clairvy told Peruere that she hoped to create a real family, where no one would be killed or sacrificed. There may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but Clairvy proved her determination many times over. She tried countless times to run away, ask for help, or expose the truth. But her efforts only earned her beating after beating. The only thing that kept her going was her strength of will. Even with her body
Beautiful.
racked with pain, she would still stand on her tiptoes and open the window at night. She and Perouer would look out at the moon together, a fierce longing for freedom shining in her eyes. But one day that light simply vanished.
Oh no. What happened?
Crimson.
Her hopelessness resulted from a culmination of things. 10 years had passed. 10 years worth of failure after failure. She and Perouer weren't children anymore, but finding any chance to escape still seemed as hopeless as ever. It was during this time that Perouer suggested a new plan. If escaping was out of the question, why not take down the very person sitting on top of this throne of lies? Mother herself. Clairvy rejected that proposal. She claimed that, as a famous harbinger, Crucibina possessed an unimaginable amount of power. Trying to kill her would have an incredibly low chance of success. Clairvy never gave another reason, but Perouer could see it written all over her face. Clairvy still thought of Crucibina as her mother. Killing her
'cause you
own flesh
can't
and blood was a
really-
line she couldn't bring herself to cross.
Yeah, I
If
understand
she
that.
couldn't escape and fight back, then only one option remained.
Yep.
Precisely. Death was the only way that she felt she could be free. It happened during a duel. When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out to be none other than Perouer, the very person that had stood by her side all those years. It was a fierce battle. But ultimately, Clairvy decided to let Perouer end her life. From that moment on, Perouer's journey was one written in flames. When the rain finally came and washed it all away, there she stood, the sole victor in Mother's endless game of slaughter. A trail of corpses strewn across her path to success. It was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she would make it until the end. She wasn't surprised by the fact that she emerged as Mother's undisputed heir. Rather, her success left her with an inexplicable sense of restlessness. She was unsettled, and there was only one thing that could quell that sensation. Perhaps you two would like to take a guess as to what it was?
Crucibina, you mean? But...
Correct. This is the place where Perouer killed her best friend. A mere year later, this is also the place where she fought tooth and nail to kill the mother they shared. The moment she acted, any conception of what was right or wrong ceased to matter. It's one of the principles of the house.
I would do the
Only
same.
those who survive get to write the rules. Perouer won the battle and became a harbinger herself. After which Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, bestowed upon her a new name.
Arlecchino.
Arlecchino.
So the Perry Clairvy was talking about... It was you all along. You're Perouer. Arlecchino is just a name you got later.
I left that name behind long ago. I must say, hearing it now does bring back memories. After I defeated Crucibina, the moniker of Mother died with her. I chose to forego the title she called herself and even chose to give up my own name. I rebuilt the House of the Hearth under a new identity. Not only as Arlecchino, but as father. And that is where the story ends.
Respect you a lot.
Any more questions?
On the cognitive one.
Yeah. Based on what you just told us, Clairvy wasn't a little kid when she was killed. So the Clairvy we met... Was she really a spirit at all?
I suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame. Her existence is like ashes to a fire. Something left over in the wake of blaze and ruin. You see, A certain power runs through my veins. It's not unlike a curse. My flames leave behind shadows of anything they consume. Of course, the chances of those shadows morphing into a sentient entity are exceedingly slim. Clairvy is a very special case. Clairvy died when she was 16 years old. But what emerged from the flames was her 6-year-old self. Her appearance wasn't the only thing affected. Most of her memories were lost to the blaze as well. Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self.
Yeah.
Lose 10 years
Which that
worth,
is how flames
and it
affect
would be
them
like
as well.
living in the past.
And
Like
she is
returning to a
powerful.
version of yourself that never grew up.
No wonder Paimon got such a weird feeling when we were talking to her.
Perhaps I should put it this way. Clairvy is someone trapped in time. It may seem like she exists with us in the present, but she truly lives in the confines of her own past.
So if all of that is true, then you must have known about Clairvy for a long time.
Indeed. She's a rather volatile and unstable entity. Sometimes she would look after the children. She's even saved some of their lives. But other times, she would hide from me and become obsessed with revealing the truth about the house to anyone who will listen. Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time. Your attempts to expose Clairvy to sunlight, they failed, yes? The reason is actually quite simple. In Clairvy's mind, the house is impossible to escape, and it is this very perception that traps her there. But no matter. All I have to do is kill her again, and all will be resolved. I don't anticipate so much as a single speck of ash will be left behind this time.
Wait!
Nah, she doing that out of respect.
But isn't there another way?
No, that's out of respect. Your friend being tortured. That's out of respect.
Please talk to her first!
I will do the same. Out of respect.
It's too late for that. She broke the rules, and now she must be punished. That goes for Filial and Nantoy as well. She's had quite the effect on them. I hope you understand. The difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of the rules, not our policy for enforcing them. Upholding the rules without question is a trait we both share, because that is how a household should be run.
Is this really what you
Hey,
want to do?
he could talk. I would
Whatever
never
could
stop
you mean?
making that joke.
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Whether as a killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs: anger and sorrow. Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver. Well, it appears it's about time to proceed. Before we arrived, I told some of my well-behaved children to bring our troublemakers here by nightfall. I do believe I've kept my end of the deal. I give your friends quite a bit more time. As for what happens now, we'll just have to wait and see.
Alright, now let's get ready to scrap. Get my hand ready for scrapping.
Here they are, Father.
Oh, you gonna execute him? Seeing something like that would actually be a first for me.
Oh shit! The man said so casually.
I'm sorry. We heard about how you helped buy us more time. But I still failed. I couldn't
Blade,
find a way
it's
to
alright,
fulfill her
Blade.
wish.
Huh? Are you... Perry?
Indeed,
Yes.
it's been a while, Clairvy.
Perry!
Shh, stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone our reunion, but first, I believe certain scores need settling.
Alright, I'm dead too. Wait, so you're not fighting, no?
Father, let me explain.
Out of my way.
Father!
You chose to conceal a threat to the house. And for that, you must be punished.
Bring out the belt.
Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch, so I'll deal with your punishments later. As for right now, the more pressing concerns are the traitors among us.
By traitors? Do you mean us?
Yes.
Father, let me explain. We didn't...
Fultz, why don't you share what you heard?
Yes, Father.
Wow.
Secret midnight meeting number 3. Participants, Filial, Nantoy clearly said, if only Father wasn't the one who took us in. Sato added, I'm sick of this life. I just want to live as a normal... Filial was the worst of them all. She called us crazies and said a bunch of mean things about Father.
I did not!
Stop lying, woman. Woman.
Fultz is trying to frame us.
Woman,
It's
stop
not like
lying.
I'm the only one who heard those things. After that, you and Toddy and a bunch of other people started talking about Clairvy. You were using all those things Clairvy brought up as an excuse to question Father. We're birds locked in a cage. The only way out is to destroy it.
You little. You just want me gone, don't you?
Yes.
What did I ever do to you, huh? And you, Sheplo? Have you forgotten who stood by your sickbed, watched over you, and changed your dressings? Come on, let's hear it then.
Yeah, let's see.
You're wrong, Filial.
Are the embassies going on
I
there?
don't want you to die.
Liar. You wouldn't be doing this if that were the case. So why? Why have you backed us into a corner?
We all live in the House of the Hearth. You know
Yeah.
the type of work we do, Filial. A single betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives. It's not like it's never happened before. That's why the House of the Hearth cannot tolerate any form of betrayal. Ever since we came to Poisson, you've had 7 secret meetings. A lot of the things you talked about really crossed the line.
You've been spying on us for
Why?
half a month?
One.
Wait a second. Now that I think about it, the move to Poisson was just a way to make it easier to spy on us, wasn't it? Because we were all in one place.
Filial, Nantoy, I'm sorry. I owe you both my life. I owe Clairvy too. If it weren't for all your help after I got poisoned, I wouldn't be standing here today. If this were any other situation, I would do anything to repay that kindness, even if it cost me my life. But rules are rules. I'm sorry.
Why?
That's enough, Filial.
Die with
We made
pride.
a mistake, and we should own up to it.
Die with
We
pride.
broke the rules, plain and simple. And now we have to face the consequence. I'm sorry, Sheplo. Fultz.
I respect that one more, because
I'm sorry,
that's
Father.
me. But actually, no, I will want to take it all for the team, so.
Accept our punishment.
Chapleau, according to the rules of the House of the Hearth, how should these traitors be punished?
All those who betray the house pay with their lives.
And so it shall be.
No. I shall not pay up for these NPCs. I am very good.
Father, please wait!
Something you want to say, Linnet?
Please reconsider, Father. What Filial and the others did, does it really count as betrayal?
Yes.
We all come from broken families. From the very first day we joined the House of the Hearth, we wanted nothing more than to make it a real home. But the truth is, none of us know what a real home should look like. I'm not saying I have all the answers. All I know is this. Killing Filial and the others may uphold the rules, but doing so will only bring us further away from being a real family than we've ever been.
Facts, okay.
So please,
Blade, you're
Father,
spitting. You're spitting,
please,
Blade.
reconsider.
You're
agree with
spitting
Linnet.
facts, Blade.
Father, please.
Alright. You're spitting facts.
I
Well,
also
let's
agree
see
with
how the
Linnet.
guys look.
An order once given cannot be rescinded. However, Given the extent of your determination, I suppose we shall have to go about this a different way.
Draw your weapons.
Draw your weapons.
Face me
and
like
face
warriors.
Our weapons?
Yes,
Father,
yes,
are you referring
yes,
to a duel?
yes,
Precisely.
yes.
The rules of the house will not be altered. Traitors must be punished. However, resolving disputes with a duel is also one of our rules, one that also applies to me. Demonstrate a sufficient showing of strength, and I shall offer a concession.
Yes. Yes.
Bead. Father?
3v1.
Father is way
3v1.
too strong. Even for
3v1.
Lenny.
3v1. Wait. I was what? What? I was on Sukana fighter say I would win. The magician will never back down. But he will open his domain, malevolent kitchen.
Did you hear that, Traveler?
No, it will be
Lenny and the others have to do
malevolent
with it.
show. And summon gods.
Can they really win something like that? If they lose, those people from the house are really going to be executed. Hey, are you listening?
No.
Don't you
Zawaldo.
want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver.
Ow! Fuck, I hate that bright light.
Oh. Looking at that expression on her face, she seems really serious about this. Guess that means there's no chance she's throwing the duel on purpose, huh?
No.
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, where are you going?
Traveler?
Let my hands hurt me
You're
even
asking
more.
to join the duel against
When
the
actually
maid?
she cannot weapon, oh well, I would give her a weapon. Belle is family and Fontaine sword
I'll
is
allow
for
it.
her.
We do have a ready-made dueling ring at our disposal, after all. All I would advise is this. Keep a firm grasp on your weapon, and give it your all. Any less, and you may just lose your life.
Damn, you look beautiful. Let the torture begin!
Everyone hold hands.
Solidify!
Rest, rebuild.
Right here.
It's
Right
my
now.
turn now.
Emerge.
Wait, I didn't
Nothing
the whole
rises
time.
forever. Flames. Right here.
Make yourself a move.
Now's our chance!
Now that's is it my turn now? With the fall of darkness, destruction shall rise. Have a taste of her.
I will have order. Gather!
You all right?
I press the wrong person.
Is it my turn now? With these rising flames,
Feel juggly.
If I really have to draw my blade, then
Full of wisdom.
the countdown has begun.
Hold the line.
Like a fly tangled in a web.
Order guide you.
Elements. With these rising flames, voila!
Oh, they're not doing shit,
You've
but
proven to be a
Dancy
worthy
Braco.
Not bad. You've proven to be a worthy.
There's even stronger than I expected.
I Using my most favorite team, but it's an optimal right now. Alright, she go into the ear. Crimson is my favorite color. Burn indiscriminately. Wait, but she nuke Queen. How we live actually? She done nuke the whole area. How we live? Hold up, how we live? Ow!
My blade is all that remains.
Emerge. Right now.
Stabilize.
Hold the line. This may turn into share my knowledge. A sight to behold. Emerge.
This is order.
Billowing surge.
Now for chips.
Over here.
The sun and moon have set. Only ruin remains. All hope has been extinguished.
Watch out for father's movement. Look out!
Wait, so that just deep down busted. She kills you herself by using Shisai. I don't think either will in here. But do be looking devious.
You should know better than to crowd in one place.
The Waldo.
Oh, I know.
No! I'm sorry, father!
Swift. Yeah. Please do you take out and I'll hold it with your fingers. Yes! She do the signature move.
Sorry for what? This pitiful excuse for an attack.
And damn. Fucking love her side. Hold that gunpoint. Well, not gunpoint, spike point. Yeah. Oh, is it? I'm gonna actually pull off true skills. Still know how you think down lane limit to all this. Like, how do you down lane limit to that?
You're stronger than I expected.
Oh. Gaze into the abyss. At the main expansion. The main expansion, Crimson Moon.
I can't move.
Sukuna, you're in Genshin, not JTK.
Still, not strong enough to beat me.
So I open SPD boss because Hyper Bloom, well, danger reactions are still the most powerful thing in the game. Dead? Not.
I believe we can end things here. It's not often that we get to enjoy the company of guests, after all. We wouldn't
Oh,
want
but I
things to
like
get
her
too
character
out
so
of
much.
hand.
Even though it red flags, I colorblind. I only see in green boy.
Brother, are you alright?
Lenny,
Given that I am the victor of this duel, as agreed, the punishment stands.
Scythe.
No!
Decapitate.
I never thought things would end like this.
However, everyone involved in the duel demonstrated a remarkable level of strength and determination. In light of this,
She
I'm
gonna bend the
prepared
rules.
to change the method of execution. Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safekeeping. Do you still have them?
Yep.
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for, but I've kept them super safe. I didn't lose a single one.
So she can really
Wonderful.
affect memories.
In just a moment, I'll have you administer them.
Bottled flames?
Indeed. They're the product of a secret experiment. Under certain special circumstances, flames can be extracted from my person and preserved. Once ingested, searing pain will spread across every inch of your body. No harm will come to you physically, but your memories will be burned away. If you can withstand the pain. When you awake, you'll have forgotten everything you know about the House of the Hearth, and will be expelled from the organization. In other words, administering this concoction will kill the version of you that grew up in the house, and give you a new identity.
Nice.
Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self.
Yes. Sneaking sensation about it.
So, you're just letting us
Killing
go,
you.
Father?
Killing you in a different way.
You misunderstand. Memories are extremely important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die, and our secrets will die with you. So no, I don't intend to just let you go, because the person who survives will be nothing but a stranger.
Even so.
Yeah,
I won't
just
have to live in fear anymore.
still being nice. So.
I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry I let you down. But I really...
Don't cry, filial. You haven't left the house yet, so there are still rules to be followed, yes? Remember what I taught you. Anger makes you impulsive, sorrow causes you to waver. Don't let yourself be controlled by your emotions.
Of course.
Well, okay, I can't
I'll
be any
remember.
happy family for that.
Dry your
I am an
tears, and
emotional
go
bitch.
pursue the life you really want.
Yes, Father.
Chaplot, Fultz, Elwar. Take them back to Poisson. And bring Linny and the others as well. I prepared 3 extra vials of bottled flames. As for whether to take them, the choice is yours.
Nah,
Goodbye,
they staying.
children. The next time we meet, I will no longer be your father. Thank you for all you've done for the house. I hope you have bright futures ahead of you.
I seeing them staying. I see them staying. I don't think they're actually.
Father.
Tan too much.
Let's go.
Here, grab my arm, Linny. I'll help you walk back.
No.
Thank you.
Now, what we gonna do about? I forget her name now. Clarity. So yeah, wait till nightfall. That was right.
Can we talk now? I've been waiting for a super long time. You really are Perry, aren't you? I haven't seen you in so long. How come you're all grown up? Wait, did I somehow travel to the future on accident? Or am I dreaming? What a long dream.
Neither. You died, Clairvy. That's what happened.
You could have at least sugarcoated it a little. She's done speechless. Oh. Okay then. Huh? That's it? You accepted it just like that? Yep. If that's what Perry says happened, then I believe her. Perry wouldn't lie to me. Plus, I don't really need to know why I'm like this. I'm more curious about what happens in the future. If you're a harbinger now, Perry, that means Mother is gone, isn't she? Can you tell me about it? I want to know what happened to her. And to me.
You never stopped trying to defy fate. At first, no one believed you. You could only vent your frustrations to the moon. In fact, you often sought comfort in the night sky. You wanted to see the aurora, so one night we promised each other we would go to Snezhnaya to see it together. Later on, you tried to run away, but you were brought back each time. Mother spared your life, but it wasn't out of kindness. Instead, she decided to make an example of you by slowly torturing you over time. That way, the other children would know what happens to traitors. Still, you never gave up. Mother hoped that through ruthless duel after ruthless duel, she would be able to crown an ultimate victor among the children she raised. But you called on everyone to unite, to fight to a draw in order to reduce casualties. Your efforts may have only delayed the inevitable, but still. You gave them hope. You tried everything you could think of, but every attempt ended in failure. Still,
This could be a
you
whole
never turned your
anime
sword on
dialogue.
Sabina, and you never turned it on
Wait,
me.
that's a chest? Alright, I
On
go
that
for that
gloomy day, you
then.
told me, for the last 16 years of my life, I've done everything I can to fight for freedom. But now, I realize that the only freedom I truly possess is the freedom to choose to die.
I never imagined I would say something like that. I must have been feeling really worn down. But somehow, I still think I understand. According to Mother's plan, only one of us was going to make it until the end. And I always hoped that person would be you. If I could do it all over again, I still don't think I would make a different choice. Even when I first met you, I knew you'd be able to do what I couldn't.
Is that so? Even now, I'm not sure I truly understand what kind of freedom you were trying to pursue. But as the head of the House of the Hearth, and as the children's father, I've tried to give them the most basic of freedoms. The freedom to choose their own fate. It's something I discussed with the Iudex of Fontaine. The children who want to leave the house will have their memories wiped clean of all secrets pertaining to the organization. In return, they will be allowed to live a normal life in Fontaine without being prosecuted for their past. Of course, I won't simply hand freedom to them on a silver platter. They have to fight for it and prove themselves worthy of it. Only freedom that is earned has true value.
That's more than enough. That's exactly the kind of life I was fighting for. You know, Perry, I think you're a pretty amazing king, and a really great father, too. I'm really happy that you're the one who took over the house. I guess I do have one regret, though. I still haven't seen the outside world.
Well, it just so happens that our dear guests over here have been to many nations and traveled to countless places. Perhaps they would be willing to tell you what the outside world is like.
Really? Of course! We've traveled
She will surely have an
So many
admiral fish
stories, we
right.
could probably talk your ears out for 3 days straight.
I go like see
You
freedom.
know, I used to dream of being a bard.
I
Flying the
see.
lute while sailing into
Nice.
the winds of freedom.
Uh-huh.
Even if there was no one there to listen, I would have continued to sing no matter what.
Well, actually, we're going to all that,
Ah, that's where Mora comes from. I never knew that before. If I had some Mora, I would buy 3 new dresses. One for me, one for Perry, and one for Mother. It's just too bad Perry doesn't like wearing dresses. And Mother,
Tomboy.
well, she probably wouldn't accept something like that either. I guess I'd just have to keep them all for me then. I could wear a different one every day.
Alright, let's see what you think about Thunder.
Those yokai you mentioned, what do they look like? I once saw a drawing of this one guy with horns on his head and a super scary face.
Ito.
Are there
know
any
it's
yokai like that?
Uni. Yeah.
Oh, sounds like you're talking about an Oni. Yep, we've met one, and let Paimon tell you, they're not nearly as scary as they look.
Wisdom.
I was always too afraid to skip Mother's fighting lessons. But at the academia, I bet you could do all sorts of secret things in class. Things that have nothing to do with studying.
Okay,
I'm just kidding.
see as he
Being able to study
called
whatever you
any
want
class.
without having to fear for your life actually sounds pretty great.
Oh, so fun, Tin. Okay.
The situation was super dangerous. Lenny and Lynette were accused of committing a crime, and they were going to have to stand trial at the Opera Epicles. Oh no, that must have been hard for all of you. What happened next? Don't worry, we were able to turn the situation around super quickly. All thanks to Detective Paimon, of course.
Did you pull that out of your ass?
How'd you do that? Come on, tell me. Okay, so it was like this. After the failed magic show, we rushed to the scene and...
Black screen. Oh.
Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time.
Well, how was she?
Clairvy, you've worked tirelessly from the shadows to overthrow the House of the Hearth. Now, by my authority as the Knave, I shall announce how this matter ends. You are hereby expelled from the House of the Hearth. You are no longer tied to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
You're saying that I can finally leave? I get to experience the outside world as well?
Oh gosh, that's too wholesome. Yes.
Oh, I almost forgot. There's no getting older for me. Still, seeing who you grew up to be makes me really
Respect,
happy.
man.
Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
Okay, you are the one happened, right? I would respond to that time. I don't care what the other side was. I don't care what the other side was. You are the one. Well, he doesn't have a job. Child, not child father, Kaya father.
She left so soon.
He not a habit. He just a broken man who
I
is
also have
the
certain
leader.
sentiments left unsaid. I wanted to tell her that the aurora I saw in Snezhnaya was just as beautiful as the ones in the pictures. But But a shadow's memories reset at dawn. Had we delayed any longer, we wouldn't have had the time to say goodbye. Whatever regrets may linger, let them be lost to the coming of a new day.
Father?
Blade! Blade!
It's Linny! Hey, Linny!
Blade! Do a magic trick, Blade.
What is he doing back here? Let's go check it out.
Do a magic trick, Blade. Lady. I should look at it so.
Father, the bottled flames have been administered. Filio and the others have left the house.
And you?
Nope.
What have you decided?
Ego and stay.
Thank you for giving us that choice, Father.
But
We never wanted to leave the house. It's the only home we've ever known. Lynette and Fremine feel the same way. They're recuperating back at the Hotel Bouffe d'été. But I decided to come back and tell you where we stood.
I'm sure you're well aware of the expectations I have for you. I want you to follow in my footsteps and become the next king of the house. Yet you seem to have different ideas. I must admit, I'm rather surprised by your decision to stay. There's nothing wrong with choosing to live a quiet life. Leading this organization is a heavy responsibility, one not so easily carried by someone forced onto the throne.
I just never understood what you saw in me. What made you believe I was deserving of that throne?
because you are actually a family.
You're brave, talented, and most importantly, you cherish your family.
To
You
her
do
good
anything to
acts,
protect
you are
them,
better than her.
even if
That's
it costs
all it
you your
is.
life.
Speaking up back there was so brave of you, Linny. It's all thanks to you that we were able to convince Father to back down.
You're a hero, Linny.
Hero. Father is the real hero. Had Father gone all out during the duel, there's no way I would have walked away with my life.
Yeah. Yeah, we all
She
do
must have
that.
had it all planned from the beginning.
Yeah, we all do
From the
that.
very moment she
We all do
suggested
that.
a duel.
She had the power to mess
Deserving
with
of that
Urban
title.
Soul, and she let
I'm
Aya
not strong
walk
enough
away with Magnus
or smart enough.
Her
You're
flames burn you
In my
indiscriminately, but yet
opinion, all you
you
need
have
to be
no
deserving
burn.
of the throne is conviction and the necessary strength to act on it. We may have different ideas of what it means to be a family, but you can hardly be said to lack conviction. What you truly lack is strength. For someone of
Yeah,
your
he has
talent, though,
passion,
that's something that will
but
come
he's
with
pyro.
time. Even without that strength, you still chose to face me in a duel, even though the odds were stacked against you. That capacity to honor your convictions is what I truly see in you.
Father.
No one knows what the future holds, what tragedy or triumph may be in store. Being at the head of this organization requires the strength of will to face whatever comes. Caution will only hold you back. If reaching a certain standard were required to go after what you want, I would never have succeeded in killing my predecessor. Back then, there was still a considerable gap between our abilities. Strength may decide the ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength dictate their decisions or undermine their convictions will never be worthy of the throne.
If you,
I
meaning,
understand,
if you
Father.
don't have the will,
Thank you.
there won't be a how.
Children must grow up to surpass their parents. Only then can a family continue to flourish. The road ahead is not an easy one, so I'll ask you one last time. Are you certain you want to stay?
Yes.
You've done so much for me, Father. and that kindness must be repaid. Plus, with Project Stuja at hand, there are many dangers ahead, and I, for one, don't intend to back down. Protecting my family at all costs, that's my conviction.
Then you're welcome to stay. As for Project Stuja, you need not be too concerned. If those cowardly businessmen and heartless dignitaries try to take us down, I'm prepared to teach them a lesson. Having members who longed for the light was our organization's last weakness. With those members no longer among our ranks, the House of the Hearth is like a spider hiding in the shadows. We need only wait for our prey to come to us. At present, our imperative is to use their plan to our advantage. In doing so, a crimson moon shall rise amid the frigid blizzards of winter. No demonstration of loyalty shall go unrewarded, and no sacrifice shall be in vain. As for the two of you, whether we meet again as friend or foe, I'll remember the camaraderie we shared in this moment. No matter how arduous the journey ahead, I hope we both reach our desired destination.
Would you Kaya further have a better thing than you? Do this. Let's spin you right on, baby, right on, like a record, baby, right on, right on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Didn't Winnie say that Lynette and Fremine were recovering at the Hotel Booth d'été? Oh, Paimon wonders how they're doing. Maybe we should go check on them.
Alright. Hotel Booth d'été. Booth d'été. Oh, our president trio. Oh, I know. Slam dunk.
Lynette? Fremine? How
How are you feeling? I'm okay.
Much better.
Whew, what a relief.
What about you? Are you feeling all right?
Yeah.
I knew you'd come out unscathed. Us, on the other hand, well, we've been bedridden for 2 days. I couldn't even turn over. Oh, and I wanted to ask, is Clairvy gone? Linny and the other members have left Poisson and returned to the House of the Hearth. According to him, there haven't been any more sightings of a spirit roaming the house.
I see.
I'm glad. Father came to check up on us 2 days ago and told us about what happened with Crucibina and Clairvy. Actually, I've met Crucibina before.
Wait, what? You've met the former knave?
Crucibina died a year after Clairvy. It was during the year between their deaths that I joined the House of the Hearth. Crucibina had an extremely cruel and radical way of doing things. While she was alive, the atmosphere in the house was suffocating. When I joined, though, the experiment she valued so much had already come to an end, and all the people involved, dead and injured alike, were gone. Crucibina never talked about the past with us newcomers. A couple of months after I joined, Father killed Crucibina and burned all her files. With that, the names of all the people subjected to her experiments, Clairvy included, were lost to the flames, along with the painful memories they represented.
Father took in Lenny and me a couple months after that, but she never mentioned anything about Crucibina or Clairvy.
It really seems like something she was planning to keep to herself. The last time you talked to her, did she mention why she kept it a secret for so long?
She said she didn't want us to be affected by the darkness of the past. She was worried we'd develop a false sense of gratitude towards her if we knew about it. The foundation of a family should be free of any corrupting influence.
I like
Whatever
how she let
happened in
them
the
know make the
past, it has
voice.
nothing to do with who we are now. And that's what Father told us in the end.
But I still thanked her for everything. It was only after hearing about what Crucibina did that I finally realized how insignificant our lives could have been. The members of the house meant nothing to her. To say that she valued them in any way, even just as a tool, would probably be giving her too much credit. If Father hadn't taken over the House of the Hearth, I probably would have already...
Father rarely brings up the fact that she saved us. She doesn't believe that being indebted to her should be what ties us together. But even if we didn't owe her anything, we would still choose to stay. Because this is our home. We may have arguments or times when we feel wronged. Some people may even choose to leave. But as long as Father is here, we will always have a home.
Whether the path before us is bathed in sunlight or shrouded in shadow, we'll follow Father wherever she chooses to go. So I wanted to say thank you for helping us make it through this crisis. Without your help, we could have lost a lot more along the way.
Yep.
Oh, we didn't do anything, really.
I spent more time on.
Of course. You're welcome anytime.
Are Filial and Nantoy okay?
Yes.
I actually saw them at a cafe this morning. They didn't recognize me. From what I could tell, they were drinking coffee and talking about one of the operas that started running recently. They seemed happy. If I had to take a guess, I would say they finally found the kind of life they always wished for.
Alright. Well, respect the heart of flames. So, I won't rush to do something else now. So, tomorrow we would do, let me check to make sure. Who quest we are tomorrow? With Cyno Act 2? Huh? I thought it would come, not next patch. Ah. Okay, so tomorrow's such a lot. I'm going to switch the venue again. Alright. So tomorrow will be my boy Cyno. After that will be server. So tomorrow's Wednesday. So Wednesday will be Cyno. Sharush will be Thursday. And Zhengen will be Friday. So no Lynette. As yet. So see you guys tomorrow at 5 o'clock. And have a good rest of the day, night, or whatever. And I will look to see who we would be raiding. So if you want to stay to go to where we are raiding to, well, you can stay.